Good morning, dear students. Today we will talk about the different main characters, about their abilities, what they're supposed to do, and why you should a specific main for your special wishes, your special playstyle, and especially for your team. So let's look into the Windmain. Like its name is saying, his element damage will be wind. He used Tai and ninjutsu, and overall the Windman is kinda a utility supporter. So he's pretty strong in reset your misery cooldown and also reduce the chakra cost for them. You have pretty early over your standard attacks shadow clones up to 1 or 2. He is buffing the ninjutsu damage for his lineup, and we have the multiple shadow clones here. So as soon you have this unlocked, you summon instantly 3 shadow clones additional to your standard attack. That means that you summon between 4 and 5 shadow clones. What is first good for your damage because each of them have auto attack, and it's good for your tankiness. So eat some chases, miseries from the enemy, whatever. Additional to that, the Windmain also is buffing female ninjas in your team. That's maybe a pretty good side note to know. And if you don't want to go to the misery with your cooldown reset, you can also use the Sand Dust, what removes buffs and shields from the enemy lineup. And additional on that, we have the Hurricane Jutsu, where just give up to 2 units from the enemy lineup blindness for 1 round. That means they cannot use an auto attack against you. And later on, as soon you break through your Windmain, you get additional the fire element on him. That's so far for the Windmain. So let's look into the Lightningmain. Lightningmain, like the name is saying, his element damage will be lightning. He is pretty good into single target damage, and his damage resources are ninjutsu and taijutsu. Also, he is a sword user. For his miseries, he's more like a damage dealer overall, more of support. Why? Because with his miseries, he can either generate more auto attacks for himself, or he can just interrupt an enemy unit. For his buffs, he is buffing lightning ninjas and later on wind ninjas as well. He can increase the critical rate and the standard attack damage from your team. He is be able to buff sword user, so if you're planning to use at least 1 or 2 sword users in your team, you probably will play with the Lightningmain. Like the other mains as well, you have the option for a shadow clone, and yeah, that's so far for the Lightningmain. So let's look into the Earthmain. Like the main is mentioned, his element will be Earth, so your element damage is also Earth. He is a taijutsu dealer, and he is also more likely in enchanter support. Why? Because he is increasing the defenses and resistance from your team, and also give a huge shield. Additional on that, we have on the misery some interrupts, and yeah, that's so far for the Earthmain. So let's look into the Watermain. The Watermain, like the name is saying, his element will be the water damage. He is pretty good in AoE damage, and his resources are ninjutsu damage. He is overall more an enchanter supporter. Why? He can cause poisoning with, for example, the miseries, and also with the auto attacks. But the most important thing on the Watermain, he is amazing good in healing. So for example, you can take in your misery a healing jutsu, combine that with your outer attacks with more healing jutsu, into down here with the healing tips what increase your healing overall on the team. So if your Watermain is later on fully breakthrough, you almost able to heal from, let's say, 20% life yourself up to 80 or 90% life back. And that is fucking awesome. So, part of 4, his second element will be lightning, like you can see here. What does it overall on the break? So, as soon you have your lightning element, your shark bomb will also cause paralysis. You will have here additional your own damage on the main increased, plus you cancel on yourself a debuff. And yeah, like you can see, most likely your healing gets stronger. Also, your Waterman can, with the Senjutsu energy, revive when he is defeated after your team used 2 misery skills. You have the option for some shadow clones, and yeah, that's so far for the Watermain. So let's look into the Firemain. First of all, the Firemain have the element damage fire, like the name is saying. Your damage resource is ninjutsu, and overall he is more like a control supporter. What does that mean? With our misery, where you can see here the sealing jutsu, you're allowed to bring enemies to sleep. Then on our auto attack we have the option for the feather illusion, what can bring additional units to sleep. They cannot do anything in that round. Therefore we have the genjutsu absorption here. This is so as soon the first time you will receive a debuff, it gets cancelled and your ini is getting increased. Then we have the enhancement style. So on the basic fire main, it's only a boost for up to 3 fire units in your lineup. And later on, like you can see here, when you break your mains, it's additional for earth ninjas. And we have here the ninjutsu erg that just increased the ninjutsu for your team. And we have the death mirage that is decreasing the damage from up to 3 units in the enemy team. Like mentioned right now, that you can break your main characters later on, and you have your earth style on the fire main together. Here the first 2 miseries, where usually only are damage, getting transformed into a mix of earth and fire style, so you can interrupt with the explosive earth enemies, and here with the earth rupture you can suppress super armor. But after all of that, I know you ask yourself, what the hell is with that main BT so breakthrough mean? I will show you. As soon you reach level 18, you will go here on your character symbol, and then you see here that small circle, nature cultivation. If you press on here, you can see there are 8 different fields, but one is not activated on each one. What they do. So if we click here, for example, we can see our Konoha Hurricane will get BT'd. With each of these fields, you BT another skill of your main. So here, for example, we have the Earth style Petrifying Jutsu. So the basic skill, what we have currently, generates a shield based on 10% or 20% of Crimson's Fist base resistance. Start to up to 2 units having the lowest HP in your lineup. After we break that, you can see here, creates a shield for 2 units with the least HP in your lineup based on 15% of his base resistance. There's a chance of creating a shield based on 25% of his base resistance. So, and you have different tasks here, like going in decision bounds, plundering for awakening materials. You need to do arenas. get your sun and moon scroll limit, and you have to make daily your survival trail. So for the first raw, it's going kind of fast, but as soon you reach the second raw, you probably need 1 or 2 weeks for one to break through. And now I will show you how it looks like when the main is full BT. So we switch quick to our fire main and go here to nature cultivation. Like you can see, here we have everything cleared. And that is basically your goal for every single main. Because the good thing is later on you have all mains. That makes you very, very flexible in terms of meta plays to adjust for your team. But for now it's only interesting to which main you should choose for the start. There are two things to consider. One, you want to prepare more for PvP, so be dominating there. Then you should go for the Watermain because of his healing, or on the Fire main because of his control jutsus, like sleep, like cancel debuffs, and so and so. Some niche picks are the Lightningmain, depending on which ninja you try to force as first. For example, for your survival trail points in the exchange shop. But what I would suggest, because he is pretty decent in PvP and PvE, is the Windmain. Why I would suggest you now the Windmain? So you want to do as early as possible starting your ninja exams. And for in the ninja exams, his utilities are just so amazing. You have multiple interrupts if you play ninjas with interrupts on the misery, because you can reset the cooldown. You have early enough your shadow clones, and also if they're heavy auto attack damage to your lineup and some levels, you can cheese a bit around with the Windmain, that you just go and use a female ninja in your lineup in the front of all your ninjas, because then you can choose the talent that no female ninja can get defeated from auto attacks. And because of that reasons, I really would suggest to you to start up with the Windmain. Because if you push faster your ninja exam, you can upgrade faster your gear, you get faster your Magatamas, what allows you to get simply faster, stronger. But okay, you got now all information you need for your decision. I wish you much fun on your adventure in Naruto Online, and I hope you guys make Konoha proud. Bye bye.